It's Parallel Frequencies, Just Blane and Coco early in the morning today.
Good morning, everybody. This is our morning radio show today. Got my coffee. Did you just wake up?
Yeah, I got my jams on. You see? Like I'm in a festive mood.
You look like all the kids at schools right now doing their holiday parties and wearing their pajamas to school. That's what this whole week is for?
I was laughing so hard this morning taking my son to school. On the way back, I saw the kids crossing the crosswalk. And there was Santas, all I saw was hats and the red Santa hats, and it was bouncing around. I was laughing. I was like, this is great. This is amazing. Good thing I'm in the warm car because it's freezing out there. But yeah.
Kitty's in their PJs, jamming out their Santa PJs. And my dad's been in different holiday Santa attire. He drives a school bus for the little kids. And for anybody who knows my dad, and I'll just reveal this to you now, he has an entire room of costumes. So it's his favorite thing to dress up in different costumes for different things. He's been all decked out for the holiday season.
And when you say a room for his costumes, you mean just his closet? Because I don't think I've ever seen the man wear normal clothes. He's always in some costume, right?
Always. Anytime, whether it's appropriate or not. I have had to have conversations with him where I'm like, that might be culturally not appropriate.
Ooh, those are tough. Now, not to get too far into that part, but what's the most inappropriate timed costume he's ever worn somewhere? Like
he does have yes, not quite. Well, he does have a summer Santa. Hawaiian shirt thing that he can do in this. I'm thinking about starting him an Instagram that's just Santa and all year round. So what is Santa doing in the summer? What is Santa doing anytime? I have seen him wear Civil War attire for what was it? Memorial Day.
Okay.
He's full period appropriate Civil War era.
I've seen him in the Roman outfits. He's got the Roman gladiator costumes. He's got the little chariot he rides in. That's wild.
He has a chariot. He has a full Roman outfit. He does wear that to nativity scenes. He shows up as a Roman. And he'll go, what's going on here? What are you guys doing?
That seems a little culturally inappropriate. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Luckily, people know to take it with some good humor, but he'll show up. He has shown up as the Spanish Inquisition. He'll be like, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition, and show up at different things. He did show up as a Puritan with a torch and a Bible at my witches' night out party. So it's all good fun.
He likes to troll a little bit, it sounds like. He likes to troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not anything for a laugh.
I love that.
Good. Yeah.
Let me share something with you. I caught this awesome movie trailer. I cannot wait for this movie. And actually, we're just going to watch the trailer together and see what you think about it. But it's a new Steven Spielberg film.
Now, it has a little bit of the Grudge feeling in that sound.
It does. It's got a lot of feelings from a lot of different movies, but Disclosure Day is what it's called. I cannot wait for that. I can't wait for that movie.
Fantastic. Emily Blunt. Oh, is she amazing?
Are you familiar with the idea of Disclosure Day? It's the day that we're going to find out that aliens are out there. They've been here.
I feel like we've had it, or at least to the point where, there's been enough leaked information from government officials and things to say, yes, we're not alone. We know this. And honestly, it felt like the whole world just went, yeah.
I've always said it's the worst kept secret there is.
I know.
It is. It's absolutely the worst kept secret that aliens are out there. So why haven't we had a full blown Disclosure Day? Now listen to me. I have caught myself way too deep into a Dr. Stephen Greer lecture at some point after partaking in a little bit of marijuana and this and that, But I love Stephen Greer. Some people say he's a kook or whatever. Yeah, whatever. You'll say that until you see Disclosure Day happen in real life, I think. And he's been talking about that for years. He's one of the alien, UFOologist or whatever. How do you get to be a UFOologist?
Sure. You go on the History Channel and they put this little name thing at the bottom of the screen and they can put whatever they want underneath your name.
They tell them what to put on there then. That's what it is.
And, if I was ever invited on that show and I could talk about whatever that I feel like I want to talk about, then they could just put Courtney Pearl, paranormal spiritualist expert. And voila.
I'll tell you what I want to be. I know what I want to be.
Okay.
I want to be the one. If the aliens are listening right now, and I know they are, please let me be the one to tell the people. I want to be the one that gets to say, you know what? They're here.
And I feel like if somebody went on screen, like they're teasing in this trailer, he's going to go up in front of the whole world and he's revealing something and he's showing something. I feel like in this age of AI and everything that you're seeing on, scrolling on social media or what they can make with just an app on your phone now, I don't know if anybody would really believe what they were saying. Whatever the reveal looks like, they would be like, okay.
I'm sure we've seen aliens. I've got UFO stories. I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere. You think I haven't seen some stuff flying in the air that you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't look normal?
Yeah.
But you just kind of keep on going about your day and act like you never saw it, But it sticks with you. It sticks with you. So
I wonder about that. Well, I was a huge X-Files fan. I'm not a skeptic by any means. I've always felt like, well, yeah, for sure. There's, and I have seen things. I have witnessed things that I can't rightly explain. It's otherworldly for sure. I know they're probably been around us all along. They didn't come from somewhere else all of a sudden. They probably were always here. There's all kinds of theories that I'm like, yep, that tracks. I feel like that could be true. And yet doesn't change my day to day. So I still have to get my kids up for school. I still have to cook dinner. And voila, here I am.
I wonder how many people will stop paying that rent when Disclosure Day hits.
Oh, yeah.
We get told, I'm done with my bills. I'm not paying no. I'm definitely not paying bills.
Nothing matters anymore.
No, I'm definitely not paying the bills, though, if they do like I asked and let me be the one to tell everybody. Because I just want to see the look on everybody's face. Yeah. And they can call me crazy. They can do all that. That's the thing, too. It's like all these people we call crazy, like Dr. Stephen Greer. Are they going to call him crazy after everybody gets found? Probably. Sadly, probably.
I thought you were going to say what I've been seeing a lot of mystics and lore keepers like myself have been saying on social media, which is, if I step into a fairy ring, will the fae take me?
Ooh.
And then they're like, go ahead and take me. I'm here for it. I'm ready. I thought that's what you were going to say about the otherworldly creatures, is just like, hey, if it's going to happen, let me be the one. Just take me.
Well, I'm ready.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Lift me right off this planet and take me somewhere where humans are not destroying each other and the earth.
Honestly, you know what? I'll add that to my being the one. That's how we'll do it. I'll tell everybody. I'll let everybody know. Please let me tell everybody. And then, I'll just float off into it. I'll just ascend off into whatever. And people be like, whoa. Okay. Yeah.
Be like, it's time for me to go. Bye-bye.
And then people will be going to the YouTube channel saying, that was AI.
Probably.
That's what'll happen.
That's my point. Nobody knows what to believe anymore. The disbelief. I mean,
I do know what to believe. And that's that I saw a incredible holiday movie yesterday, probably for the first time. And I can't believe that because all the names in this movie, all the stars, all the lines from Diane Keaton. Oh, my God. Let's not even touch that yet because there's so much to get into. But let me just tell you, I'm in my PJ still, and I put this movie on yesterday. I wrapped up in a blanket, And the next thing you know, I woke up and the credits were rolling. But it's because it was so warm. And it was like a warm hug for this movie was to me.
Gosh.
I was like, you know what? This is absolutely a holiday movie. It's got to be watched. So when I came to, I did start the movie back over, and it was exactly what I thought. Like, it was comedy, dramedy. It was all that stuff in one. The Family Stone is the movie. You're the one that turned me on to this movie. Yeah. I don't know how I slipped past this. I don't know how I missed this one. I really don't.
And I even forgot that that we had talked about Coach. I know I was thinking about Diane Keaton. I was like, well, let's do something to honor her. We did this Rob Reiner tribute last 2 episodes. So I'm like, we got to talk about Diane Keaton. And this is one of those holiday movies we absolutely have to talk about. But forgot who played her husband in the movie.
I was shocked. I did the old jump back when I saw Craig T pull up in there. And this is the first time I probably seen Craig T. And I have to negate what I said earlier, that I thought Craig T was actually Hayden Fox, because he shows a whole different side in this movie than the Hayden Fox. Hayden Fox does come out a little bit, especially at that dinner scene. He does yell, and I'm like, oh, there's Hayden. There's Hayden. There he is. There's Coach Fox. But he is like this warmer version. Maybe this is Hayden Fox in his old days, because he's quite a bit older.
Yeah. As he gets older, his family's all coming home for the holidays. I could see it. You know, actors, the best acting is when they really are just another version of themselves. And so for a lot of his roles, he's playing just another version of himself, which I think Diane Keaton does perfectly. All the roles she's ever played, they're not vastly different. It's not like Christopher Guest, who you would just completely... I forgot to say this when we talked about The Princess Bride, but all of those Christopher Guest movies that I've seen, Best in Show, Mighty Wind, Waiting for Guffman, I love those mockumentary, all those movies. But I remember the day I realized, or someone told me, that they were all Christopher Guest, that those characters and the Six-Fingered Man and The Princess Bride. I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I thought that was... So obviously there's talent in that presentation of the acting ability, but I think that Diane Keaton has that more subtle. Every character she plays is really just a version of her, but a different version, like highlighting a different part of her. And I think she did that very well in this movie.
She seemed right at home in this movie, big time. Like she filled that role. Like, not that she didn't fill every role that she ever played, but she did. She took this one to the next level. And I think it was because it was the holiday movies, and it was because she was like the mom. We've
the
said
matriarch.
Before, the moms make the magic happen, and that's what she was trying to do with everything going on with all this chaos. I mean, you can sum this movie up right here with saying it's just uptight New York executive Meredith meets the free-spirited Stones at Christmas. Everybody misreads everybody, hearts get rerouted, rings get reconsidered, and grief sits at the table whether we invited it or not. Oh. That's the best way to sum this whole movie up. It dropped in December of 2005, made a whole bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
It made a whole bunch of money.
Their go-to classic for the holidays too, since it came out. Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I would dare say there's a lot of people out there who love watching this movie for the reason that Sarah Jessica Parker plays the uncomfortable, awkward. Do we like seeing her squirm a little bit? Do we like seeing that? Remember I told you when I said you have to see this movie, so it's a little bit Meet the Fockers, but role reversal, because she's being brought into the family and she's the one who's like, we can't sleep in the same room together, and I really want your family to like me, and and then just messing it up one awkward moment after another.
I loved seeing her squirm, because this right here was this was at the peak of Sex and the City, or maybe near the end. I can't remember where it was, but that would have been a totally different side. And Sarah Jessica Parker, due to Sex and the City, was about to be typecast. She was about to be this in every single thing. And then she popped out this wonderful performance in The Family Stone, showed what she could really do. And I think that did help her break out of not getting typecast as the same character that she was in Sex and the City across everything, you know? So seeing her squirm means that she knows how to act, really. She took this role, and I think nobody else could have played the role. Nobody else could have played any of these roles, but they did try. I know that Luke Wilson and them, I think Johnny Knoxville was going to play that character at one point, but
that would have been
that'd have been
interesting.
But these people, you had Claire Danes, you got all these other people, you know, Dermot Mulroney, Rachel McAdams, huge list of stars, and they all shined big time in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about Rachel McAdams for a second, because she plays the youngest of the Stone family and probably the most harsh to the incoming Meredith. Does not like her at all and does not hide it. But it's interesting to watch her character throughout the movie, because in the most of the movie is set the days leading up to Christmas Day, and then you see at the very, very end a year later. So where are they now? Kind of at the end. But Amy, Rachel McAdams, she is very immature in the first part of the movie. I almost want to say she's wearing like band t-shirts. She seems young. I don't know if we ever find out just how old she is, if she's in college or just graduated college, but she has her own room in the house. And that's part of the plot that Meredith is taking over her room and she doesn't like it. And so you kind of get this impression like, oh, she's still living at home. She still has this ownership of her bedroom. She seems really young. But then if you notice in the very end scene, she has matured greatly. She's in this like turtleneck sweater. She has a completely different, she's almost like stepped into adulthood completely. Do you sense that? I felt like.
I do. I wonder what the age gap would have been between those shooting scenes. I know it's a year apart, but I wonder if they...
Yeah. Well, they did a good job of showing her growth, or like what has the year done and changed for her. But yeah, I loved the central focus around Diane Keaton character, Sybil, the mother.
She's
the
family
matriarch.
She's the magnetic north for the family, you know, like she's the one. Compassionate, cutting, terminally ill at the same time that we find out. You know.
This whole side plot. And wasn't that fantastic, the way that they did that? When all of the families together, when they're all in the same room together in scenes where there's a lot of banter between the siblings, it's all kind of chaotic. It's a lot of humor. And other than those very subtle subtext looks that they have to each other, like someone might mention, oh, mom's gone to take a nap. And there's just a look between two characters. But they never talk about it when they're all together. You just have these really excellent side scenes where it might be just two brothers or just the dad and the brother Everett talking. And then you get the reveal that mom is sick, the cancer is back, you know, and she doesn't want anyone to know. She didn't want you guys to know because she just wants to enjoy the holidays. But you don't get that when they're all together. I mean, that's pretty representative of most family dynamics, is like, we're all together, so we're not going to ruin this by talking about the elephant in the room. But when we're privately together, we'll talk about our feelings about it and get emotional.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great observation. I think that's every family. It's like something crazy could happen. You're not going to say anything right there, you know, to keep the peace or whatever it is.
Don't bring the party down.
We don't want to upset grandma and grandpa or whatever. You know, it's like one of those kind of things.
Exactly.
This could be their last Christmas or whatever you want to say. But I think that's very true. And like I said, a great observation. Sybil, what's your favorite line she said? She has some classics.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I think this came up to my mind because, you know, you're scrolling social media and reels come up. I think that's what put it at the forefront of my mind, because certain scenes come up. And I love the hilarious scenes I love I think the one people focus on a lot is the dinner scene, which we're going to have to talk about at length. But when she's signing to her deaf son, who just kind of got embarrassed about being gay, I don't know. There was this whole awkward scene. We'll talk about it. But when Meredith has left the table, she throws something like a fork at him, and she signs, you are something, she's talking about how I love you. And then she signs, you are more normal than any other asshole sitting at this table.
I loved it.
He smiles. I love that scene. But I also love the hilarious scenes where when she comes into the kitchen, maybe this is relatable to me as a mother, but when she came into the kitchen and she's like, who doesn't know that they're supposed to fill the coffee pot when they take the last bit of coffee? And why is there all this stuff on my desk? And she just kind of loses it. That is so relatable.
She also says,
as a mother,
in the kitchen, she also does, oh, nothing. It's just that we're all that we've got. I love that part too.
We're all that we've got. Yeah.
She said, Christmas is not clothing optional this year. We have a guest. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
What else?
I want to be her. That if I get to be anybody, please let me be the character in this movie for my family in the holidays. I want my family coming home and ribbing each other with jokes and, just, I want to ask you, how would you feel if you were the one being brought into this family, potentially to be the new member, like you were going to get married into this family? What would your impressions be?
I've been there. I've done it. Not necessarily as crazy as this, but when Lindsay brought me home for the first time, I'd never met the family, and I came home for Christmas. I came to Utah for Christmas from LA. I didn't know what to expect. I'm glad I didn't watch this movie before then, because I might not have went. But yeah, I went into that, and it was like, you know what? They made me feel comfortable. I'll tell you that. That family made me feel comfortable. They still to this day do. And there was nothing. The only awkward thing that happened there at our first Christmas that I was the outsider was the three sisters disappeared and came back with their Christmas gifts, and all three of them had Grinch outfits on, and they Grinched around the house, and I was like, all right, I could do this. I'm like, I could be in this family. That was it, but there was none of this stuff going on. There was no
Well, I
drama.
would be, I think the way that Meredith brings her sister in, played by Claire Danes, and you see almost immediately that Claire Danes' personality, or the character of the sister, her personality, Julie, she fits in with this family. There's not going to be all that awkward, chaotic craziness that's going on with Meredith, and Meredith is so angry. She's like, well, they all like you.
Yeah.
You fit in real well. I feel like if I was being brought into this particular family, I would feel right at home. I would feel so comfortable. I mean, just the set. Think about just the set design of the home itself. It's not overly tidy. It's not overly clean and decorated and, like it belongs in a home style magazine or something. So it makes you feel really welcome and warm, but it's not dirty either. It's not, gross or anything, but it's like, oh, this is a home. People live here. They love each other here. And I can cozy up on the couch, right?
I'll say right now, I don't think that the house is just a house in this movie. I think it's a character. I think the house itself is a character. Like you said, it's warm, it's layered, dressed like a lived-in scrapbook, really. That's the way it kind of feels. And that's why I fell asleep when I warmed up. We're getting the house, we're there. I was cozy. I think it is its own character, where a lot of the other movies out there, the settings don't have that same impact that it does in The Family Stone. So I love that you brought that up, because I wanted to bring that up.
Oh, yeah.
You stepped on.
I hate when movies make I hate it when they make the set or the home like overly done up, where it does look like I don't know, like lifestyle or something. It's too crisp and clean, and it's like nobody actually lives there. You don't believe that they live there.
It's not livable. You see a house, you're like, man, I would have to tiptoe through there without breaking this and that, without dirty. That's not livable. That's not how you live in a house. So this one fits in to not take away. Like the dinner scene, like perfectly set up. The kitchen scene's perfectly set up. The house is great.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. And I believe that Sybil's character feels warm, and like the way that she teases her family a little bit, they all tease each other. I feel like that's love. I feel like I would come in and I would say, okay, I can't wait to be teased. Like, I can't wait till I get to the point where they're comfortable enough with me that she's going to tease me. I love that. I think that might be a little bit that I have Leo in my top 3 chart. That I like when people tease me a little bit because they know me well enough to tease me.
Yeah.
That feels good. I'm like, oh, you know me well enough to joke about that. Okay, you see me. That's nice. So she does play that off really well. And Meredith doesn't seem to get that. She's very like, I want so badly the desperation of wanting to be liked by these people, and then not reading their banter and not reading their vibe and not fitting in with it at all. It's so thick.
She tries.
It's so uncomfortable.
So hard. She tries so hard. And then let's just get to it. The dinner table scene. Nature versus nurture at its finest right here.
Oh my gosh.
Meredith digs into the conversation. She's not equipped to navigate this. Goes sideways fast. I mean, that's the best way to describe this.
The worst part is that she digs in. She doesn't read the room super well when she starts to say, well, I don't think you would want a child to be gay, right? You don't want that. And then the mother's like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I'm just saying you wouldn't want them to be like, to have a hard life. And the more they push her, the more they're like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I'm just saying. And it just keeps going. And you're like, shut up, Meredith.
You're like, oh, how much worse could it get?
Yep. It reminds me of the Milk the Cat scene in Meet the Fockers. That's what I think of, is like those awkward, like, no. What are you doing?
The dinner scene really, though, showed our love for Thad, the deaf, gay, adopting with Patrick, and how the family's defense is absolute. Like they're not budging on this, and they shouldn't.
Yeah,
they shouldn't.
Yeah, and even the dad, Craig T. Nelson, Kelly.
This is where Hayden comes out.
Yeah, and he's really soft and gentle most of the movie. I mean, he's, am I remembering this wrong? Is he something like a psychologist? He's something real soft, real nurturing type. So he's like, enough. I mean, just when he says enough, you're like, oh, she better shut up. And she doesn't. And it just, oof. That fear in me that I have always had of being in trouble by someone else's parents. And I have a debilitating fear of being in trouble by someone else's parents. If another person's parents said that to me enough, I would be crying, running. Yeah. Whew. It
was, but we sit there, we watch it like a car wreck. You know, you don't turn away. But I think, yes, Diane Keaton's Sybil at the end of this scene was the cherry on top, really, because that's when she did say the line, I love you, and you're more normal than any other. And she looks around the table, asshole sitting at this table. And I think that's when even the audience at home was like, I got you, Thad. You know, like, we're here. We feel it. We're here with you, homie. You know, like.
Yeah. And a lot of people probably felt healed from not having heard those words from their own parents at some point, having wanted to hear that. So she got to say it not just in a movie for this character playing her son, she got to say it to the world, full of people who maybe weren't hearing that from their own parents. And I love that. I love that it keeps getting circulated out there to the world. Keep it going. Let her legacy live on forever.
Yeah, and the authenticity here wasn't by accident, because all the cast members worked with the ASL. We haven't really talked about that, the American Sign Language, Institute, and they communicated naturally with Tyrone. Tyrone's the one that played Dad, I believe, yeah. So I think that was an incredible thing because there are people who even complain about some of the sign language not being as crisp, as good. They didn't know sign language before the movie, but they went and tried to learn it.
Yeah, that can't be easy.
No, not at all. They had a crash course in sign language. I can't imagine what a crash course in sign language is, So
learning all of those lines and then having to learn them in sign and make sure that you get it correctly. So, I mean, I applaud them for their effort and that, more and more people, deaf people and of that culture and that speak sign language, that they are represented in movies. So power to them for that.
The music. I like the music too. I don't know if you noticed it, but I went and looked up, and it's composer Michael Giacchini. He did The Incredibles, Up, The Batman, Pixar, Marvel Hall of Famer, and then he went to Small, Warm, and Waltzy here with The Family Stone. But he's the one that did it, and it was perfect. I mean, critics even called the score cozy, conservative, perfect for dramedy. One review even jokes the Nutcracker quote is practically a studio mandate for Christmas movies. I thought it was great. He gives it an orchestral hug. Like, that's what some of the critics and stuff out there said. But he did do a great job of letting this sit in and just being a part of the movie and not overtaking it.
Yeah. The only thing that came to mind when you said music was the jukebox scene where Sarah Jessica Parker puts, "Oh, this is my song," when she gets drunk enough to loosen up and she starts dancing in the bar. And I'm like, that's probably more of a peek at what her character's actual, when she's not performing goodness so much to try to be liked. This is just who she is. And who she becomes when she's more authentic is much more likable, much more. So, I mean, that goes to show you in healing work, people, if you're not performing goodness, you can actually connect.
Yeah.
If you're performing goodness, you think you have to show up in some certain way to be good or acceptable. You can't really authentically connect. And so nobody could connect with Meredith. Nobody knew who she really was. And the mother was very much like telling her son Everett, listen, before I die, I just have to make sure you know this woman is not right for you.
Yes.
It might come off as very harsh and judgmental, but she's also dying, right? She wants her son to know, I know this is not it. I know this isn't it. She's not it for you. I can tell.
And no, you can't have that ring, Yeah. No, you can't have that ring. We didn't even get to Luke Wilson's stuff at the dinner table and anywhere else. He's got some of the best lines in the whole thing. Let your freak flag fly, baby. That's where Luke. This is where it came from, And then he also says, I believe at that dinner table scene, he says, "Hey, I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it." And you're like, "Oh my gosh, is this awkward? Is that okay? What in the world am I watching?" Like, it's.
Oh, I love it.
There. But he does have some of the best lines.
He dissolves everybody's walls. His character has a way of just being like, hey, let's break down some barriers here and it just is what it is. There's no pretense. We're not pretending. We're all here doing our thing. And he's the one that can disarm Meredith. So he brings her into just just chill. It's all okay. He does it in a way of, I love when he brings the mug out to her and he's like, here you go. Make sure you bring that back. My mom will lose it. That's her favorite mug. I'm like, why would he do that to her?
But it was perfect. And there's great scenes of him when they're playing the Pictionary, or is it Pictionary, I guess, or whatever it is, and they draw the names. Some of that right there, I was like, God, I hate him. But it's, you love him, but you hate him. It's one of those, because you're like, how much more annoying can you get while playing Pictionary? It's funny to me. I love that scene too. This movie's got a lot of scenes that are just standouts.
I know, and that was another great awkward scene for Meredith, because in that scene, Amy takes an action that Meredith does just offhandedly, where she's doing this, and she's like, "I can't believe you're pointing at him."
Yep.
And she didn't mean it. I mean, you feel for Meredith in that part, because you're like, "Oh, come on, leave her alone. Like, don't." And I mean, anyone else who maybe wasn't as desperate to be liked would just laugh it off and be like, "Oh, shut up."
Yeah.
But Meredith is already so sensitive and already so embarrassed. I mean, it's like she walks in the door embarrassed in this whole movie. So she's just like, oh, she can't handle it. She's triggered constantly. You feel for her. Amy is so mean.
Yeah. This movie was full of fine performances, awkward tonal shifts, what Rotten Tomatoes says. This movie's gonna be even bigger now that Miss Diane Keaton has passed away earlier, a couple months ago. But I think it really will hit home more now that she's gone. And I hate to say that about something like this, but it'll become more sentimental to people, and
the ending
some
scene,
of the characters. Yeah. With her pregnant?
That got to me probably more. Oh. Do you think that they used a real photo? Yeah.
I think she was never pregnant in real life that I know of. So I think they had to have used a real photo and maybe doctored it.
Incredible.
For that
yeah, the scene where everybody gets the photo, I tear up every time. And I mean, this is a moment where Meredith did not screw up. I mean, she thought she did. She was like, "Oh, I thought that was a picture of Everett. I didn't know." She thought she was, she didn't know what was going on. But then when she says to Amy, "That's me and you, kid," and oh my gosh, Rachel McAdams starting to cry.
Yes,
that acting is. I don't think that was acting. I think there was real sentiment and emotional. It pulls at the heartstrings. And so that last scene, when the mother is no longer there and you realize she didn't make it a whole other year to see another Christmas, and now that Diane Keaton has passed, you just feel that even harder.
It's heavy. This movie had characters that we were supposed to hate. Meredith, I mean, you do hate her at certain points, but you do realize that everybody's carrying a backpack full of grief and expectations. So I think that's why this movie really sticks. I'm telling you, this is on my holiday list every year for now on. I love it. I think I've been missing something not having this in my, rotation of favorite Christmas movies. Really? So what do you got else to say about this before we... It's not. You got anything else you want to add before we wrap this one up on The Family Stone?
Just as a special tribute to Diane Keaton, I think that just like the character she plays in this movie, I've always wanted to be one of those types of moms or ladies where you enter their home and they automatically treat you like they have this secret or this inside joke that she's like letting you in on. And that's what I think of when I think of her performance in this movie particularly. It's just that she's got this way about her that's like she's pulling you into her inner circle and letting you be a part of this inside joke. That's all.
I love it. That's it. Parallel Frequencies, Just Blane. Coco. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
That was great.